Workplace stories, and today we're starting off with actually the role models.
We are. A bit about where they used to be and where they are now. But like so many people have failed starting or trying a little business that have been successful. But it's after those failures they learn the lessons that you need to learn.
Yeah.
Okay.
I've got the infamous What's Your Dream? What's Your Dream isn't just another entrepreneurship book. It's the only one that starts from real foundation, figuring out the dream before you're actually building the tactics.
That's a £1 million idea.
This I genuinely think is a £1 million idea.
Probably not.
I think it could
To
work. Maybe
scale
not
to a million will be very
there's
hard.
A lot of,
that could be
cogs
very
in that.
quick.
This is affiliate based.
That could be
fucking
very
quick.
Hello, you lovely people.
How are we doing?
I'm doing good, how are you?
Yeah, not too bad.
Good.
This is episode 40.
40.
40.
We're
That's
pushing
insane.
the year, mate.
Oh, but do you know what? The other
52.
day I was going through the Excel file, working out content and stuff, and I wrote, like, time to plan episode 52, like, in terms of the future. Mate, that's the end of season 1.
That's soon, bro.
That is soon.
Soon.
Crazy soon.
Bro, we're almost at the end of the year.
That is bizarre.
It's gone so quick,
If you're here in the first year, props to you. OGs of the channel.
Pure
and
OG stages.
You can get in the comment section, make your little timestamp now, so that in 4 or 5 years you can go, look, I was commenting back then.
Yeah, I'm a fucking top boy.
But if you're here
for
the first time, this is the channel, this is the podcast that's all about sort of being entrepreneurial at the very start of your journey. Sort of being passionate and actually wanting to change your life.
It's our business journey. We're learning things, also giving back to you guys as we learn from our losses and our wins.
Exactly. We're going to be completely authentic with the anti-fake gurus, and today we're going to spend a little bit of time exposing them.
We are.
But before we do, we have a tradition. We do this every week. It's time for the scratchies.
This is our investment.
This comes from our college days where we buy a scratch card and either we're going to make money or we're going to win money. And as far as winning money goes for me today, on the £100,000 scratch card,
go on.
Got a couple of 2s, a couple of 4s, a couple of £100, and then one 40. Absolute crap. Didn't win today. Disappointing. I won last week though. I'm still off that high of that like £15.
True. That was
crazy.
Massive,
absolutely
mate. That was the biggest win in history.
Mental.
Right. Well, I've got 100,000, 5,000, 10, 100, 5,000, £1.
Oh,
£1.
Love £1.
And another tenner.
Oh, for fuck's sake.
Oh, mate. You know what? My goal.
Before the end of the year's out.
It'll be my New Year's resolution.
To get the skill down. Right.
Learn that, mate.
Anyway, we are going to kick things off with one of your favourite segments. But before we do, it's time to shout out our brilliant paid partnership.
When we first started Suits and Sliders, we thought it'd be all about business and breaking free from the 9 to 5.
But the reality is there was moments of stress and burnout. Recording episode 1 5 times in a row before we got it right. And the reality is, it's important to take care of your mental health just as important as it is to continue on with the grind.
Exactly. And without that balance, we wouldn't have even been able to carry on or enjoy the process.
And that's exactly why this partnership feels right.
BetterHelp. It's therapy made simple, convenient, and professional. And it's all done online.
Fill in a quick questionnaire and bosh, you are matched with a credentialed therapist. But if it doesn't feel like the right fit, you can change it at any time.
We've used it ourselves. And we can honestly say it actually works. This isn't just a promo.
So head to the link in our bio or use the code Suits and Sliders for 10% off your first month with BetterHelp.
And take care of yourself while you take care of your goals. Workplace stories.
Workplace stories. We are back with Workplace stories. And today we're starting off with actually the role models.
We are. A bit about where they used to be and where they are now.
True.
It's not your usual workplace story. We could have gone down a different route and gone exposing the fake gurus or people who've paid for bad courses.
But we thought that a little bit more to later on.
Yeah, exactly.
Don't worry, you're still going to get that. But we feel like we should start with the role models for a change.
I agree.
We spent plenty of time talking about the fake gurus, but you need to understand who else other than the Susan Sliders crew to go and watch,
to follow, to look up to
and stuff. I'm going to kick us off. Right,
go on.
With Mr. Gary V.
Ooh.
Right. Gary Vaynerchuk was born in Belarus, came to the US as a child, living with his family in a small studio apartment in Queens. Growing up, he started multiple small ventures, lemonade stands, baseball cards, trading, and all that sort of stuff. Weekend sales, garages to garages sort of stuff. Right?
Nice.
Typical to what he loves talking about now. Anyway, when he earned thousands of dollars before he finished high school and was kind of sat there going he didn't know what to do with it. Now, his dad had his own business. After college, he took over his dad's business, which was like a liquor store. And it was doing about $3 million in annual revenue.
Pretty good, mate. That's pretty good,
in the space of 3 years, rebranded it as a wine library, launched it as one of the earliest e-commerce platforms like that was going on at the time.
Nice.
Grew the company to 60 million within 5 years. How crazy is that? He later co-founded VaynerMedia, which became a major digital agency serving many of the Fortune 500 companies.
Wow.
His output online helped content for thousands and thousands of global brands. It created a massive global audience for himself, and now he's quite influential in terms of not only entrepreneurship but personal branding.
It's crazy, mate. That's insane. Those people who've jumped on those e-commerce or online trains early doors have done very well for
big
themselves.
time. But you got to take your hat off to somebody who
vision
is like.
that.
I mean, he moved over to the US from Belarus, like very different culture from one to the other. Something that's under the Soviet Union at the time where he was there, to then the States, like New Orleans or wherever he was from.
But to have the vision to do that in the first place is crazy as well.
Absolutely crazy. He was so far ahead of the game, and you notice a lot from
so many people would have settled with that $3 million a year business and just keep running it.
Yeah,
keep the lights on.
It was comfortable. I'll do it with $3 million a year. Anyway, yes, that's my first one for today.
All right, my one is Ben Francis. Everyone knows him, obviously, Gymshark. But before Gymshark,
he was what, 3? He started so early on in life.
Well, basically, what he was doing was working late nights in his garage while working night shifts delivering pizza for £5 an hour.
Wow.
But at the time he was doing that, obviously alongside his uni studies and everything like that, he was sewing clothes himself.
Yeah, that's crazy.
Which is insane. Shipping orders from his bedroom and using YouTubers before influencer marketing was even a thing. So he was proper on that. Mate, while doing uni, studying, also while working another night shift doing pizza delivery.
Yeah, that's crazy.
For 2 years, Gymshark barely made any sales as well. So he continued to grind through the bad patches. But he kept on improving the product, building the community, and creating the clothes people actually wanted to wear within his kind of circle. Yeah. Today, Gymshark is worth over 1.2 billion. And Ben, still in his 20s when it blew up, is one of the UK's youngest self-made billionaires.
He's still in his 20s now as well.
It's crazy.
Jeez,
no, when it blew up. When it blew up.
That is absolutely
his journey
mental.
proves, obviously, that real role models aren't just loudspeakers. They're the ones that just quietly outwork everyone in the background.
Without a doubt. Yeah, you don't see much
massive,
because they're just grinding, mate.
That was
I remember
insane,
back in school,
man.
like, you do like DT, and one of the things in my school was you had to do like fashion or whatever, clothing and stuff. I was horrible.
Oh, mate, I couldn't get my head around
machine, it was almost like a hazard for the school with me with the sewing machine. I don't
think I even got allowed to like touch one of them.
They just kept you outside passing the record ball
around. We did food tech. I'm pretty sure I blew up the smoothie machine making my first smoothie.
Story on that: I once confused grams for ounces, and I put like 32 ounces of sugar in a cake instead of 32 grams of sugar in a cake or something like that, and it came out in 2 bags of mush for like a Victoria sponge. And the teacher looked at me, she was like, "What is wrong with you?" I was like, I bought 2 big bags of sugar because I was like, strange how they don't have like a 32 gram bag. Mate. So I ended up having to buy 32 ounces worth of sugar and put it in 1 cake.
That's nuts, mate. But imagine like actually teaching yourself to stitch clothes and then understanding that it's not right, doesn't fit right, but then adjusting it and keep on going for 2 years.
That's the thing. You find people who are passionate about certain ventures, Ben being obviously the sporting industry, gym industry.
Crazy.
For him to have that multifaceted skill set to then actually sew the clothes. He's not just interested in sport. You've got to be interested in like fashion design, like know how to do it.
And then to build but to build a business on top of all of that.
This is the thing.
It's like 3 different huge skill sets all in one. It's nuts.
Absolutely mental. Right, my next one is Sarah Willingham.
Ooh.
Sarah Willingham grew up in Stoke-on-Trent, the daughter of a factory worker and a maths teacher. She studied business in depth and completed 2 business degrees at Cranfield University and somewhere else. In her early career, she worked in the high street doing like stuff for hospitality brands, and then she grew into going like to Planet Hollywood and Pizza Express and gaining like a bit of managerial experience while she was there.
Interesting.
A significant change came when she was managing businesses and simultaneously growing a family. So she started to manage her own things. She had 4 children, all within 5 years, while running companies that had 1,500 staff. That is absolutely insane. To be a mother with 4 kids under 5,
I can't even fathom
and
that.
managing that sort of workload is crazy. In the Clapham House restaurant group, she described this period as like the most challenging time of her life, which is, I mean, obvious. That's absolutely insane. Her major entrepreneurial breakthrough came when she acquired the Bombay Bicycle Club. And this was a chain of initially 6 Indian restaurants in 2004. Okay. She expanded it to 17 sites rapidly, making it UK's largest Indian restaurant group at the time. I mean, everyone loves going for an Indian. You can tell.
Pretty sure I've heard of that.
I don't know if that did blow up in the early 2000s, but she was definitely ahead of the game because now they're everywhere. Yeah. She then co-founded NutraHealth PLC, floated it, and later sold it for millions. She became a prominent investor when she joined the panel of Dragon's Den in 2015, and she's gone on to do so much more since, such as founding Nightcap PLC and acquiring recently the i360 in Brighton.
Yeah, which is nuts
Absolutely mega.
Crazy.
She goes into places and she just turns it around like it's
But to do it in like multiple different industries as well.
Thing. Hospitality to like the restaurant food industry to like clubs and bars and things to Nightcap to health, like
insane.
It's just there's almost every industry she's got
but like you have to adapt in each one. Like you can't just imply the same business structure into another one.
100%. So credits. And also 4 kids while doing all that.
Mate.
4 kids while doing all that.
Bro.
Certain people have got 1 kid that like it's too much for me. She had 4 under the age of 5, and she was just there like next business.
Crazy, mate. To be fair, sometimes you hear that kids do blow smoke up someone's ass to work harder.
Do you know that's a good point actually? You see like those funny videos of kids like where like they see their dad's beer belly and they're like, "Oh, daddy's pregnant," and the dad's like, "I'm gonna go gym." Like it's like kids are like so brutal when it comes to saying certain stuff. Keeps you on the straight and narrow.
That's so good. Right, I've got one here.
Yeah.
James Dyson.
Okay.
So this guy is the definition of a real role model, in my opinion.
I think a lot of people have heard
Back in the 1970s, he spent 5 years in a garden shed building vacuum prototypes.
Wow.
But it wasn't like 5 or 10. He made 5,126 failed versions before one finally worked.
No fucking way.
How dedicated do you have to be?
5,000.
Over 5,000. Nuts, bro. Nobody believed in him. Everyone thought he was going crazy, because obviously...
I think he was. I don't think that's...
Mate, that's your 5,000th was not work to give up. Do you know what I mean?
I can't even picture being at 500 and going, I'm going to do a couple more.
Yeah.
5,000?
Nuts. But even after he got it working, right, every major manufacturer rejected his design. Banks wouldn't even lend any money to him because they didn't believe in it.
Yeah.
James Dyson, literally remortgaged his house to keep it going. He fully was invested into this. Fast forward to now, Dyson is a global engineering giant worth over £10 billion. And he owns a tech campus the size of a small town.
Jeez,
nuts, mate.
That is crazy.
That is nuts.
I mean, credit to him. Like,
well, he's got the track record, doesn't he?
Yeah, exactly.
He just keeps showing up day in, day out. Fully believes in his idea.
This is the thing. It's like there's that age-old question
I
whether there's a certain level of insanity, which I do actually believe is required to create that successful life for yourself, especially in the space of business and entrepreneurship.
You got to die trying.
But
that's the saying,
like
isn't
it?
Actually,
athletes say this as well. They say you've got to lose your mind to the sport in order to be the level that you want to be. Like Michael Jordan said it, LeBron James has said it, like loads of people have said it at the top, like Johnny Wilkinson has said it.
That never give up kind of mentality.
It's the idea that there is no option for failure.
It's crazy,
and
mate.
That is just ludicrous. It's absolutely mental.
I actually can't imagine 5,000 failed versions.
I can't picture 5,000 things. Like
I can't picture myself doing 5,000 things that I failed at and then getting it.
Yeah. But products, like he built it, like, oh man, I can't get my head around it.
And then to get like cancelled, well, not cancelled, but like for no one to want him. or any of his designs. Crazy, mate. £10 billion.
That
Fair
is
play, mate.
absolutely insane.
That's a monster.
Next up, Chris Williamson. Bit of a different one. Chris Williamson's early doors wasn't so much sat in a garage building stuff. He started as a nightclub promoter.
Very interesting.
Appearing on Love Island in 2015.
I remember that, mate.
Exactly.
What a year, 2015, Love Island. What a year. Unreal season.
That is so good. Right, the show gave him visibility, but also made him realise that he wanted a completely different sort of direction in life. In 2018, he decided to start a podcast called Modern Wisdom. For the first 18 to 24 months, barely any views. It grew slowly, but with a pretty small audience. Momentum picked up in 2020/2021, where he started interviewing people who were like authors, scientists, and free thinkers in many ways. The sort of quoted bunch that he sort of feature. From there, downloads moved into the millions per month. And the show eventually built a multi-million subscriber and YouTube audience base with hundreds of millions of downloads. Alongside the podcast, Chris has recently co-founded Newtonic. I've got a little Newtonic sachet in here at the moment. A nootropic productivity drink launched with James Smith aimed at improving focus and mental clarity. It was one of his first moves into building a physical product rather than a creation of sorts. And it's noted over 3 million cans sold since its launch.
And about 100 million are you, mate?
Probably, yeah, something like that.
But to be fair to him as well, to partner with someone like James Smith, who's also been through it.
Exactly.
That's class.
That 100% is class.
That's
It's
sick,
like... It takes, I think the promotion side of things is quite impressive because that comes from a sense of confidence as well. And outside of this sort of the insanity we spoke about prior, I do think there is a level of confidence that you need to approach when starting any business.
Yeah, 100%.
Because you'll come into so many obstacles where confidence is what's going to get 100%. You through, whether it's interviewing people, whether it's talking to investors, whether it's putting out content. Like, it is huge.
I mean, we've spoken to a few people and they've turned around and said, keep doing what you're doing.
Yeah.
Like, keep pretending you're talking to millions and millions of people, and it will come eventually. You just got to stay
there's so
consistent.
many people that we've also spoken to that their reason for not doing anything is because of a lack of confidence. That's effectively what they say, and it's just like maybe that is one of the
it's that fear factor.
Sparks.
It's like
exactly.
People don't really want to cross that boundary.
Exactamundo.
Very true. Well, my other one.
And let's finish us off. Who we got?
Zoe Sugg.
Oh, okay,
Zoe Sugg. Yeah. So she obviously started out just doing what she wanted to do, chasing her passion. Yeah. Being a teenager, blogging about makeup from her bedroom in Wiltshire. Yeah. Just a normal girl writing about beauty on the internet long before influencers were even a thing.
Oh, really?
She just decided to put it out there.
Yeah.
Her blog grew and grew and grew.
She was early doors YouTube.
And then YouTube channel blew up on top of that.
Wow.
And suddenly she wasn't just an online personality, she was a full-blown business. She launched, do you remember, Zoella Beauty?
Was that her?
Yeah.
Oh, yeah.
Which made over 3 million sales in the first year. Crazy, mate. And eventually built a whole lifestyle empire trusted by millions off this brand.
Yeah.
It was nuts. What's crazy is obviously her humility behind it. Like she's still like so down to earth, never really chased the fame. It obviously just came to her naturally and she never chased a community. It just built off her personality.
For sure.
So literally all she did was just have a passion, follow it, post about it, and it became something. Mental. There was no intention behind it to be what it was.
Yeah.
Which is so cool. It's so nice to see like almost like a wholesome person just do something that they wanted to do, and it becomes huge.
Yeah, is she married to Joe Sugg?
No, that's her brother.
That's her brother.
Yeah.
Oh,
so the Sugg family are huge, mate.
Oh wow, because Joe Sugg's like coming back into the YouTube scene recently a lot.
Yeah. Recently, with like Casper Lee and stuff like that.
Exactly.
Back in the day,
interesting.
Zoe Sugg's married to that Alfie Days or something like that. I think that's his name.
Yes,
yeah. But that back in the day, they're like the OG YouTubers. But yeah, they did well. Like, but it just shows to people like you can be yourself, post about yourself. Yeah. No one has to read it. No one has to follow. But if people do, great. If you make money off it, great.
And a lot of these people have still now got their own channels and their own sort of methods around like starting a business and things that they promote. And I do feel like they are good role models to go and look at. So,
I mean, well, you're looking at it now, especially like once people build a following, they're starting a brand. All the influencers and YouTubers out there.
I'm sure there are plenty of opportunities to do exactly what so many others have done and gone down the fake guru sort of route, and sell courses, 100%. Sort of crap, and none of them have.
You could easily create a community and put it behind a paywall or something like that.
Exactamundo. Anyway, we're going to get into the topic points now and divulge a bit more about that sort of side of things.
Let's do it.
Let's go. And we are back from Workplace Stories.
We are.
Some good ones in there.
Some good role models
We are going to get into a little bit about what are fake gurus, what are proper role models. What's the difference?
Yeah, I guess like a role model to me is someone where they've got like a pathway to success. So you can like see exactly where they started, where they failed, how they came back, and where they are now. Exactly. And like they're not someone who seems to force a product or something down your throat. It's more they try to give you advice almost for free in most senses. True. Especially when it comes to like them sitting on a podcast as a guest or an interview or whatever it may be. They really come across like genuine and they want to give advice to people. Whereas like a fake guru is almost the opposite of that. I feel like they try to force something down your throat, sell you a product, sell you something, and they almost build up an image overnight. Yeah. It's very weird how they like popped out of nowhere.
Yeah, exactly.
And suddenly they've got loads of followers. Are they bots? Are they not bots? Are they real? Are they not? Especially with AI right now, like I feel fake guru is going to go through the roof, mate.
I mean, you could almost have like a completely AI generated person doing it all.
Yeah,
there's all these like
comments, likes.
Yeah. It's absolutely mental. I mean, another side of it as well, from what you were mentioning there about the differences between them, the role models that I see, they post content which is, you see that they're still working. You see that it's like, posting about my new business, or posting about, we've got this person coming on my podcast, or we've got this going on, that going on, so on and so forth. You see their grind in their content.
100%.
You don't see that with the fake gurus. You see the lifestyle. You see, if you want this, if you want that, if you
use
want this,
my code or join this app.
The truth is, if they've made all that money and you're a proper grinder, you'd still be grinding. You're not going to like stop and then just live some sort of fancy lifestyle or something.
But I don't think you'd show it off either.
Exactly. You're not there to like rub it in people's faces if you've grinded.
You're too busy focusing on your business to do that, in my opinion.
Yeah, I completely agree.
So like, I mean, the people that we kind of alluded to in the Workplace Story is your Sarah Williams, your James Dyson, Ben Francis. These are all people that show the process, not just the product, as we kind of described earlier. And you will not hear like them going around going, buy my course and you'll get this, or do this 30-day course and you'll end up with 100k or something like that. And their biggest asset is purely credibility, as we mentioned. But when it comes to like the fake guru side of things to look out for is obviously they sell dreams and not skills, as we've mentioned. Like, buy my course and you can get like this, or come get this Lambo, or where's your Bugatti, stuff like that. Do you know what I mean? They obviously always appear like with trends or some sort of trend. So whether it's crypto, drop shipping, whatever it is at that time that's popping off, they seem to hop onto it. You've seen it now with all these gambling sites. And everyone's saying, get onto my gambling app, do this, do that. They're getting paid a fortune to tell you that because they got the followers. And they tried to promote that lifestyle as if it's like a good thing to do, but it's not.
It's really not.
Exactly. But like as you mentioned, they're using these rented cars, stage houses, screenshot marketing off like fake images, or people that have given them the images to then sell and promote. And apparently the average UK scam loss through fake financial gurus hit 1 billion in 2025. Now I think
that's heartbreaking as well.
If we had Ollie the Oracle here, he would predict that to go through the roof in 2026.
I'll give him a call after the episode. We'll make 100%, mate. At some point.
But 1 billion is so sad because you see all these people that
that is so crazy.
They're obviously targeting like vulnerable people who are really trying to get out of a hole, especially young people as well.
People who haven't made lives themselves yet. They could like
precisely.
stick themselves in debt before they can even try. Do you know what I mean?
Exactly. And they target them on purpose because they know they can get the wallets and get the money out of them.
Yeah, I mean, the thing is, because it's so easily accessible nowadays to give away your money, because it's all like online, you could easily indoctrinate somebody to believing a message, sending them money to, like, send them a link to your course. I mean, we're going to get into it a little bit later on in terms of times that I've even experienced it.
But the thing is, it happens across all age groups.
True.
They target the old, like no tomorrow, in person and online, and it happens from the young all the way through to middle. If they find out you have a bit of debt or something like that, they can leverage that big time.
They prey on whatever struggle they know is going to get you. For example, with the young people, it's all lifestyle stuff. It's the not feeling good enough side of things. With the older people, I saw one the other day. It was like a scam thing where they were like preying on people's worry about not understanding online, not understanding this. Somebody was called to say, you haven't done your online form for this heating bill, or we're going to turn your heating off tomorrow. And just like that, they had somebody. And thankfully, there are people who intercept these things, but they don't intercept it enough. Do you know what I mean? Like, there's always more that can be done because they're just growing rapidly.
I mean, we could get into it, like, care homes, mate. I think they are just outrageous.
So much better. They could be so much better.
People's pension just goes.
Yeah.
In that.
Yeah.
You work your whole life just to do that and give it to some rich bloke. And there's
it's absolutely insane.
Millions of them everywhere across the UK.
I mean, my granddad, for example, had like health issues over the years.
So sad.
And when he was looking at options for himself in terms of living with family or care homes or living abroad, it would have cost £12,000 every, I want to say quarter, it might have even been less than that, just to go into a care home, which was basic facilities.
It's crazy.
12,000 fucking pounds. Are you
crazy.
Insane? And he's gone abroad and he lives a much better life now for a fraction of the price, and it's just bizarre. Like, as well, people's retirement funds can't fund that. Like, where are they expecting to get that money from?
Well, exactly, and then it goes back to their asset, whatever it may be. Or a lot of people sell it.
And they have to end up selling their homes just to be able to afford it. It's fucking.
And then you got like student accommodation, which is probably like half of that.
Exactly.
So I was like, how can you not even do it?
Yeah. Like, it's debilitating.
It's so sad.
I've talked a little bit about. I've looked into a little bit about the story of what can be the birthplace of somebody who is a good role model. What sort of similarities you'll see amongst the people who are more credible. So a big thing that you do see in a lot of people, and this isn't necessarily everybody, but typically if somebody actually faces some sort of hardship that they can speak on, that does seem to give people a bit more clarity and direction in life. And that comes up with like Steve Jobs. He was adopted when he was young, and that was apparently always a real big motivator for him to actually find like purpose in his own life. He was pushed out of Apple at one point as well, and that gave him more direction to get back into it. So those sorts of hardships, Oprah Winfrey, for example, grew up in poverty, had like childhood trauma and all these sorts of things, and it made her a really giving person. Like she wanted to give because she never felt like she received that. And so these sorts of patterns you see in somebody builds a massive resilience in somebody.
100%, and it makes people motivated to see that, so they know if they've done it, anyone could do it in a way. Like Sia Khaleesi, the South African captain for rugby, he has done so well over there, but he came from like the worst of the worst places, like the slums in Africa, and he's made it. But he's like brought a whole generation of people who are motivated purely through him to go up and make it themselves.
This is the thing. If you see somebody who's like
touched so many lives,
they almost say that they, I don't know, maybe had like a silver spoon upbringing. I'm not saying it's impossible, but those tend to be the people who go more down the sort of the lifestyle side of things, because they try and publicize that more so. So the only point I'm trying to say is when you look at the like Belmars, if you look at the Iman Gadzis, and they had a lot of money.
Eddie Hearn in a way. These sorts of people, he's done really well, but,
but
he promotes that lifestyle.
That's the point I'm trying to get at. They don't think that the resilience from a grind or from a hardship gave them that. They feel like it's just money oriented because that's what they had exposure to. But anyway, moving on. They started ventures early. A lot of the time, people who are proper entrepreneurs, they were grinding young. Like Warren Buffett starting buying his first stock at age 11. You got Richard Branson launching the school magazine at 16. It's these sorts of people. Like we also had experiences ourselves where we both started little things in the past. I remember starting in COVID, like at that Scrabble frame picture. I made that. You've obviously had other things that you tried to do, like being obsessed with creation of some sort of being entrepreneurial. It tends to be something that's just a part of you. You either are,
you keep trying,
you're not. And if you're not, there's also facets you can enter into business, but if you know.
But like things. So many people have failed starting or trying a little business that have been successful, but it's after those failures they learn the lessons that you need to learn. And I feel like if you start off young, you're going to learn some really, really key valuable lessons that you can take forward when it gets a bit bigger and it gets a bit more serious.
True. The next thing is they see things before others do. Now, you mentioned this earlier with a couple of people that you saw, but like with the Dyson guy. But Jobs, for example, saw that computers and smartphones were the future of everything. Gary Vee saw that the social media world and that attention was turning mainstream. We've seen things in the podcasting scene and other ventures that we're looking at, as in there's a massive future there, or there's a bubble that's like it's waiting to burst and it's going to explode. But for a lot of people, if you're sat and you've got like an idea and you go, why hasn't this industry done this yet? And you're sat there thinking it, you might just be ahead of the game. Like, it might not be a question of going, it's probably going to fail. It might be that you're the one who's the spearhead in that sort of that scene, that industry.
Imagine if everyone had that like out or mindset where it's like, if I do that, it's just going to fail. half the things around us today you would not see.
Exactly. There's so many things that are just really out there. Like I remember watching a film recently, a Tom Cruise film, and he was talking about the little umbrellas that sit in cocktails.
Yeah.
He's like, the person who made that makes millions and almost billions just from that. Like, it's not an idea that makes any sense, really.
It's like the pet rock.
In a drink. It makes no sense.
It's like the pet rock, though, isn't it, mate? Like, it's a rock. Someone's selling a rock online.
Yeah, I've already mentioned they have almost an unreasonable level of self-belief. That goes pretty much across the board for a lot of entrepreneurs. And they tend to bounce back faster than others. You said the failure rate is higher for these people. And the faster you get used to being like a quote-unquote failure, the better you bounce back. It's one of those things is you got to have a real serious conversation with yourself. You got to go, you don't make yourself too risk averse, and you put yourself in a position to go, if this doesn't work, I've got plan B, C, D, E, F, and double the damn alphabet.
You can't be like dwelling on something that's gone wrong in your life. Like, you just got to suck it up and move on and get on to the next thing. If you dwell on it and look in the past too much, you're never going to move forward, are you?
100%. And my final one is they're mission driven, not money driven for the tendency. Steve Jobs cared more about craftsmanship than anything else. He didn't really care about the cost price. He was always saying to get rid of certain products that were making the company the most money in order to value the products that were sort of future products and future ventures. And the company didn't like that. And that's why they got rid of it
that's
originally.
very good.
Simon Squibb cares about helping people far more than he cares about sort of like making money in a venture. He cares about opportunity rather than anything else. Chris Williamson has cared more about curiosity and bringing on people that create a contentious point of discussion than he does about bringing on the person who's going to make millions, like the sort of influencers of sorts.
Exactly, and then he's brought out obviously the drink Newtonic, which is there to like actually help better people rather than all this sugar additives and stuff like
100%. that. And that is the sort of mannerisms you can see in a lot of people. But I've got one last question for you before we get into our next segment. And I know I've definitely got an answer for this.
Okay.
Have you ever fallen for any of the fake guru waffle? The bullshit.
I mean, okay, so like,
because I feel like you're smarter than I am in terms of not falling for shit.
I've obviously like read a lot and gone, could go there, could try it, stuff like that. But one thing I have fallen for is these Reddit stock forum pages.
Oh, really?
Yeah, where they go, boys, this stock's going to go, this is going to the moon, blah, blah, blah. Like, you've got to get on it early.
Yeah.
And I'm reading, I've done my research, I've gone in this rabbit hole, and I've just read the same thing over and over again, but worded differently when looking back. And I chucked a bit of money into stock, and it's just... it's just gone boom, and then I still have it today. I'm not going to let go of it because I'm hoping one day it'll come back. But like, there are loads of different things that I class as like a fake guru thing.
That's definitely part
because what I've done there is just funded someone's pump and dump scheme, and they've just got it pumped up, dumped it, and probably bought like, I don't know, a new house or a jet or something.
Exactly.
Like,
I'm sure there's loads of people also in those forums that have fallen for it, and they've realised the only way they're going to get out of their failure is by pumping it again, like by promoting something on a forum page, making like a few different accounts to go, it's going to boom, it's going to boom.
Yeah.
And the second they find one person like yourself who buys, they then go, I'm selling now.
Yeah.
Mental. Absolutely mental.
So there's plenty of like different avenues that could attack you.
Yes.
What about yourself?
I mean, I'm the stereotypical one.
I think you mentioned one earlier on one of the other pods before.
I did some deep diving today.
Okay.
And I looked back at...
you've got more than one.
I've got more than one. I looked back at Instagram DMs from
Is your dad going to go, fuck, Facebook, this is where my money went?
Emails. No, this comes around to a funny point at the end. I found email threads with Ty Lopez in 2015. I was 15 years old. I found Instagram DMs with Samuel Leeds in 2017, 2018.
Yeah.
I was following and emailing Iman Gadzi's team when I was 20 years old. And I even did research into the War Room and tried to apply to their newsletter at 21 years old, Andrew Tate's War Room. And I'm going to be really honest here. Like, it's...
Can I ask a question?
Go for it, yeah.
Like, why?
I just always was, like, hunting for the ability to be in this world of business and this ability to be an entrepreneur, I guess.
So my opinion of it is, like, humans in general look for shortcuts.
Yeah,
they don't like the long grind.
Yeah.
And I've always seen like these things because they always like promote us like, this is the way you get here. This is the shortcut. So do you think it was like, I want to get there as quickly as I can, and this is my train to hop on?
Surprisingly, I don't think so. I genuinely, the reason why I think I went around it the way I did is because my family are all great in their own right, but I've not had anybody in my past make a business. Like none of my parents, no uncles and aunties, things, no grandparents. Everybody in my lineage has been workers. They've got good jobs. They've made stable lives for themselves through that. And so in terms of understanding what it takes to start a business, because you don't get taught it at school.
The lack of information.
I never knew it at home. So all I was seeing when social media came about was the social media business people, which is the fake gurus.
Yeah, okay.
And so that my exposure was looking at these people. And so a lot of the emails and DMs and me saying to these people, I'll work for you for free. I'll do this. Like, that's genuine. I was saying to these people when I was 15 years old, let alone 20 years old. And I was like, I don't want any money from you. I just want to be in the, see how it works. See if I can make it for myself. And that's what a lot of my DMs and messages were. And what I ended up realizing was every single one of these people, in every single response, was buy my course, was do this, was do that. Well, even when I was
trying
15,
to upsell you,
and I was saying to these people when I was 15, I don't have any money. I was sort of making a joke out of it. I was like, look, I'm frankly too poor to buy the course or whatever. I'll work for you for free. And and the fact that they didn't realize the value in that was my first signs of going, oh shit, these people aren't really what they turn out to be.
And so you started realizing you weren't having a one-on-one conversation.
And as I matured,
they didn't actually care.
And as I started to actually research into business post sort of Hartbury days, or even when I was at Hartbury, I started to go, oh shit, these people, they're not business people. I never knew that before. It's my exposure to them.
They're relying on people like yourself.
They're relying on people who
to
know
get
nothing
their
about
dad's
business
money
at
or their
all.
mom's money to fund them a little bit. Yeah,
this is the thing. And I remember, even when I was 15, it was probably the most noticeable of the four. I remember going downstairs and sitting at the dinner table with my mum and brother and sister, whatever, and being like, I've just had a response from Ty Lopez, like bragging about it. And I look at it now and I'm like, that is it's hard for me to look at that side of myself and go, there are people out there who are really falling for this, and they have just enough money to be able to get involved, whereas I had fuck all money to do it. So
but there's so many people, like you said, don't know what business truly looks like. And they're getting pushed this constantly, day in, day out. And they're like, oh, I might just buy the course then. Yeah. Fuck it. Let's see what it's like.
About. Yeah.
And then all of a sudden, there's people in there as well that are almost botted to be in there to create more of a community. Yeah. And they're the ones that now are promoting the course to other people to be like, oh, I've just made X amount. I've just done this. And people just keep falling down that loop. It's sad. It's really sad.
It's really fucking brutal. And the point is if you've been somebody who has fallen, not necessarily for the fake gurus himself, but has followed the fake gurus, I can tell you from first-hand experience, and I'm not going to necessarily say everybody who it is, because I'm sure there's people I know about or don't know the full story about, but the truth is find a lane where you can find actual trust. Not somebody who's necessarily selling you something, somebody where you can follow along and go, okay, I'm going to actually see some credentials here.
Precisely, yeah.
If you subscribe to this channel and you watch us for the next year before you go over to the Patreon or before you go and do anything else, I would much rather you did that than go and spend £500 on the fucking war room course. It's going to be an absolute waste of money.
Yeah. And I think that's something we also want to preach is a bit of entertainment along that aspect. So it's if you do find us entertaining, you're going to get even more entertained on Patreon, but you're also going to get some more insights into business. It's not just us trying to ram a bit of fake guru business stuff, because we're actually trying to build a business on the side and we're showing them what it looks like. Yeah. But you also get that entertainment aspect.
The most important point is to, if you don't listen to anything else from this episode, listen to this. If they're asking you to pay hundreds of pounds, they don't make hundreds of pounds in a known business. If that's what they're requiring from you, thousands of pounds on courses, they are not a businessman in their own right.
So true.
Nobody who is a successful millionaire, billionaire is going to need your couple £100. It's just not the way it fucking works. So do not fall for it. That's all I can say. Anyway, we're going to get onto Perfect Purchase now, and we've got a couple of little entrepreneurial purchases.
We do.
Let's go for it.
Let's go.
And we are into Perfect Purchase.
We are. We had the challenge of a no-budget purchase this week.
It was technically a no-budget because the variance within this category is quite large.
Yeah, exactly. But we had to find the best sort of business book in a way. What you thought was a really good book that provided good business lessons.
Exactly. The entrepreneur's perfect purchase, basically.
Precisely.
So, you've already got yours out, so you might as well crack on.
I have gone with War.
Yeah.
What is it good for? This is 33 strategies of war. I don't know what I did there. I thought I could hold it, and I just didn't. I'm going to read a little bit about it, right?
Go for it.
So, why I think this is good for business
Yeah.
is because it teaches you the playbook of strategy.
Okay.
And it underpins every major company move, but in a war kind of textbook.
I like that.
So, if you think like long term, you think about managing people, outsmarting competition, and also leading under pressure, this is a perfect book for you.
Robert Greene's written a lot of like really
huge big books
as well. Yeah,
this is really, really good. So in terms of like business lessons, it's obviously don't fight every battle is number one in my opinion on this. So not every opportunity deserves your energy. So make sure you're strategic with who you pick. Good. Now you could relate that in lots of different things. The way like Dyson, for example, ignored all the kind of trends and kept sticking to his guns and eventually made a £10 billion company.
Exactly.
Also, win hearts, not just territory, right?
Okay, yeah.
This is kind of referring to, in my opinion, employees and customers aren't soldiers, they're your allies. Yeah. You've got to make sure they're a part of your team.
That's what Sarah Wellingham's like a main, I don't know what you call it, like main
points
basically. Main sort of a mantra to live by. She always says that it's about the people, and that's what has created these incredible brands, because you create loyalty amongst your group,
so true.
And just from there, they're absolute workhorses.
Honestly,
because they care. They actually care.
They're free marketing basically for you. Exactly. The other one I've got is number 3, control perception. This is quite interesting. So what they say in the war book, obviously, you need to be classed or looked at or feared as one of the big armies or generals, whatever it may be. Precisely. Yeah. So how your business appears can often be more important than what it is. So Apple obviously mastered this with their innovation, their scarcity, the mystery. It's just a phone.
I see.
But it appears to be a lot bigger than what it is.
True.
Ultimately, it does the same job as your Nokia.
It is very similar to sort of like war times. I mean, there's that film, The Boy in the Striped Pyjamas, dark film, but I always remember there was a scene in it where they had like all the generals sat there and they were watching a video of like the concentration camps, and it looked like a playground and an education centre in this fun place. And they were saying that this is what they're putting out, and then obviously you see the reality of it. And this thing, if you control the perception, similar to in war times, you control the narrative.
Precisely.
You control the narrative, you control the messaging, and it just kind of goes from there.
And as a big brand, your perception is everything.
Interesting.
So this is more probably when you're leveraging as a big company, not a small company. I've got another one here, so I've got 5 points. So number 4, plan 5 moves ahead. Okay. This is all about strategy, being ahead of your competitors and making sure you're planning for the future. Yeah. So obviously every decision creates ripples, financial, emotional, cultural, whatever it may be. This is like perfect for you. It tells you how to navigate that calm within the chaos and making sure you're outsmarting people. So that is purely a business move as well. You've got to think ahead. Like if you're not, you're going to be a blockbuster or something like that.
Without a doubt,
And lastly, stay calm in conflict was the main point of this book.
I'm not great at that. You can stay calm, I'll panic.
It's more when competitors start to panic or overreact to certain things. You need to be able to just stay composed, be aware of what's around you, and make a bold decision whether you want to copy them or hold back a little bit.
That's a good point.
And especially nowadays with AI and everything like that, you really do need to be wary of not going down the wrong path, which is tough because if you do go down that path first, you're going to blow up and be amazing, or you could crash and fall.
Yeah, it's that analogy, like in the Titanic, they were saying like people who jump from the boat, when they hit the water, that's what killed them, whereas the people who sort of sank with the boat, they then held onto the doors and things, and it's like, if you see everyone jump from the boat, are you going to jump as well, or are you going to have your own way about it? Like
Precisely, But no, honestly, really, really good book. Obviously not really business, but it teaches you a hell of a lot when it comes to anything. And war, when anything happens in war, you can translate that everywhere.
Yeah, I mean, there's another book out there. I think it's called The Art of War by Sun Tzu.
Yes, I've heard of that.
That's a hugely famous book. I've actually read a few chapters of that, and I think that is fantastic. But it's more referable to war, but you kind of make your own assessment of how it relates to business in it, rather than it having the business.
It's very cleverly worded. Like it's not all about war, but it is referenced about war. If that makes sense.
My one. So I've got a bit more of a pitch style delivery, and then I've got a couple of points on the book itself.
Okay.
I've got the infamous What's
your dream?
What's Your Dream isn't just another entrepreneurship book. It's the only one that starts from real foundation, figuring out the dream before you're actually building the tactics. Most founders jump straight into the tactics, but Simon Squibb strips it back to the one thing every entrepreneur needs before strategy, funding, or execution: clarity. His framework is based on going from homelessness at 15 to creating and investing in over 70 startups. So you're paying basically for his lived experience. It's not just theory, and the value is unmatched. The price of a lunch that this book costs, you get a roadmap that saves you years of wandering in the wrong direction. If you're an entrepreneur, this isn't optional, it's a starting point. And to be fair, I mean, we've followed him for a long time now.
Mm-hmm.
We've followed him for way over a year. His rhetoric is fantastic. The way he kind of harmonizes with just your average member of the public is brilliant. The way he can draw people's dreams out is something I've always really loved listening to. When I speak to people in my own life now, I always, when they go, oh, what's the podcast about? And I tell them, the first thing we talk about is a similar narrative to him, be going, what's your dream? Like, what are you interested in? They're like, oh, I don't know. And from the, like,
everyone has some. Like, I'm convinced everyone deep down has something. And even if you don't think it's there off the top of your head, you've got to like kind of find it a little bit.
It takes a couple of questions sometimes, but usually the questions, and this is what the book like narrates to.
I think it's great.
It works in options of threes, and one of the best parts about the book is it starts by going, okay, what do you care about? That's always a good place to start. Or what has been the hardest thing you've ever gone through in life? That's another really good point. And sometimes if you ask these questions, you can figure out a really solidified idea that is so unique and passionate to a certain person.
It gets you to think like on a different level to what you usually think at.
Exactly.
Like a deeper level, which I think a lot of people do need to do.
Oh, without a doubt. My favourite part of the book, I've only got one point here, but it's the free yourself section of the book. And basically it starts off by talking on freeing yourself from a position of struggle financially. So it goes, okay, everybody's feeling some sort of financial hardship at the moment. And most people are. I'm sure people watching this podcast
nowadays
are. And even within our generation, you definitely do. And it's about not only like pulling yourself so thin that we do at the moment. It's about understanding what has value. Is it always the new clothes? Is it always the Netflix subscriptions? Is it X, Y, and Z? Or can you make yourself more affordable as it is now? Because once you've freed yourself of that, you free yourself from a lot of stress and a lot of like overwhelming sense of how life feels for you. Then it moves on to talking about psychological freedom. So giving yourself the ability to be free thinking, to not always give yourself an obstacle from asking questions of yourself. For example, what is my dream? What do I care about? What do I find passionate in this world? And then lastly, it then gives you the freedom to have that idea and to not only have the idea, but freely speak on it. So it's about going, okay, this is what I care about. And actually going, no, I'm going to tell people about this. I want to see other people's opinions and reasonings behind it. And so the Free Yourself section, I think, is one of the best parts of the book. It's about midway in. And the whole book is strategized in a way where it's in points of threes, which I really like as well. I am not a reader.
Easy to remember.
I fucking hate reading. I've always hated reading since I was a kid. This is really easy to read.
Yeah.
It's in really simplified sections of 3 each chapter, and it specifies what they are, so you can go to that point and go, okay, here's this point, and then you move on, or you close the book and get back to it another day. And I think it does come from Simon Squibb having a bit of ADHD, having dyslexia, finding reading difficult himself, and writing a book which basically worked perfectly for anyone or anybody
whatever age
that needs to understand this journey better. So that is my entry for Perfect Purchase.
I like it.
Got a couple of good books there. I think they both actually work on their own level.
Different, but
yeah.
Because that's going to give you like the starting point, and I think once you start to grow that business, give this a read, and it'll give you some good direction.
Exactly. Do you want to know the other really important thing about this book? It's got our names on the back of it, so they know it comes from Jamie and Oliver. If you thought that was a chef, I don't think it is. I think it's the two of us. We said inspiring stuff, Simon, empowers you to follow your dreams without fear. We've now said it, so technically that is us.
There we go.
But that is Perfect Purchase. We are going to get back into this. Neither did I until just then. We are now going to get into more about the episode. Here we go.
Let's do it.
And we are back from Perfect Purchase.
There they are.
I'm
sitting
going to kick
pretty.
things off. Oh, yeah, they are. I'm going to kick things off with what everybody really wants to know. How do the fake gurus
get away with it?
Manipulation.
Because ultimately, they must be earning something to make a living or
exactly.
to be buying rented cars 100%. And stuff like that.
So the most crucial thing they all do, and you see this from Imran Gadzhi, Andrew Tate, Luke Belmar, is flashy ads and social media manipulation. They use high-impact ads on platforms where 50% of the people get content. So this is like Ofcom 2025 statistics, basically where they show their rented cars, their borrowed mansions, their staged luxury, and they make bold claims like, I cracked the code, I did this, only 20 spots left. That sort of stuff. It pulls people in with these sort of flashy, punchy, short-quoted things where urgency is everything. Exactly. Next up, fake testimonials and manufactured social proof. Scripted or paid testimonials. The amount of people that apparently they use on Fiverr as paid actors to film videos and send it back to the fake gurus. This is huge. There's a whole scene about it. It's out there.
Makes sense.
Screenshots of Stripe accounts that aren't theirs. They fake private group chats and fake success posts, and they have like closed groups that say you'll never be able to gain access, of which there's only one person in there. They do all this sort of stuff. And they fit a world where 20% of UK e-commerce reviews are now fake. 20 fucking percent. Absolutely insane.
Nuts, mate.
Next up, overpromises and unrealistic guarantees. 10k a month in 30 days. Quit your job and become rich this year. Passive income while you sleep.
Spend 200 quid and earn 5k or something like that.
Absolute bollocks. It appeals to people with financial stress. It's the desire for shortcuts that you mentioned earlier. It's just baseless. That's the whole point.
It's all targeted.
None of the content itself, none of the words that you're using has rhetoric which is a factual statement of truth. It's not like
because they'll get sued. They'll get sued otherwise.
Exactly.
That's the whole point.
They have to protect themselves with assumption-based narrative. Hidden behind the scenes deception, so paid reviews that artificially boost credibility, staged success, this is through the lifestyle side of things, hidden fees and aggressive upsales. So this is another one, a hidden fee which I was fractions away from getting caught out myself. I think I told you about this before.
Yeah, I think I know.
Samuel Leeds. Samuel Leeds' property course, right, hear me out. He says to come to this course, it costs you £1, of which I got 4 phone calls to tell me that as well. I'll tell you this. It costs you £1. And they kept calling me, and the 4th time and do you know what, this was years ago, I was saying, oh yeah, I'll do that when I get home. I just forgot about it when I got home. They called me again the next day, said, it's just costs £1, and I said to them, I was like, oh, what day is it? I said, what happens if I miss it? And she goes, oh, well, there is a few fees if you miss it. I said, what? She goes, oh, it's all on the website, and kind of brushed me off. And I thought,
read the T's and C's,
because I think it was on a weekend. I might have had a rugby game or something. Anyway, I go on the website. If you don't turn up, £150 gets taken from your account. If you don't turn up.
That's scary. And so you have to plug in your details. So they have your details. That's scary.
To pay the £1, and it says under there, if you don't turn up, it costs £150.
And I bet they're making like an inconvenient spot as well.
It's absolutely insane. Do you know there's a whole section on Samuel Lee's website as well that tries to out Simon Squibb as a fake guru? A whole page on this thing. It's detailed.
Are they against each other?
It's absolute. Like, I've read the whole thing. It's absolute rubbish. But yeah, this is the point. They have baseless misconceptions, and they're trying to get aggressive upsells out of you constantly.
And I mean, like the fake gurus as well, they tend to be very, very good speakers.
Yeah.
Like almost too good. Mm-hmm. Like they've done a course on how to speak and how to use the right words to get people to engage with their stuff. It is quite worrying because I mean you see it like Samuel Leeds, he can speak well.
He can debate with anyone. It's a dangerous thing.
Same as Andrew Tate.
Yeah.
Same as Imran Gadzhi. Like all these people can do it very, very well, and I think they've like almost been trained to do that.
And you see the people who they speak to, they're not. Like, for example, Samuel Leeds brought on his biggest hater. And it was just a guy who basically just rinsed him in a couple of comment sections. A guy that I could even tell from the profile picture is not rubbing sticks together and making a fire. Do you know what I mean? He's not got much between the ears. And he brought him on to, like, challenge him. And I thought to myself, I was like,
it's just clickbait.
You're just bringing on somebody who you know is not going to be able to debate with you well enough.
It's a shame, though, because they can make money from all these views and attraction that they get.
Yeah, exactly. And the last one is psychological levers they exploit. The authority bias, they look richer, they must be experts. Social proof comes from the fake testimonials. The scarcity, limited seats, and next of all, FOMO, fear of being left behind. They constantly create a sense of fear in a person by saying, if you don't become a millionaire, you are a loser. You are this, you are that. It's sickening the emotional impact they're trying to have on people in order to get their money.
It's really bad.
It's horrific.
There's a lot of like psychology that goes into it. I mean, we've talked about a lot about psychology of sales and stuff like that. Like you see it everywhere, unfortunately.
Exactly. And a little statistic for you. Luke Belmar, I watched a video on him today. and this is his own words,
Okay.
spent £90,000 to £100,000 on his initial distribution for one of his most recent creator course funds, whatever it is.
Yeah.
Creating, and it's said behind the scenes, creating hundreds of accounts that chopped up his videos, his podcasts and things, and sent it to one another, as well as sending it to random bot accounts. This then scaled thousands and thousands of views in a matter of minutes. And that is what was the initiation of blowing up Luke Belmont.
For
it was
algorithm
a couple
basis,
of months. They created thousands of accounts. They created them. That's where a lot of this 90 to 100K went. It went on creating botted accounts, having engineers build these accounts, send the videos to them, cut up podcasts, all share the same videos, all share the same hashtags. In the space of months, this guy went from being, frankly, a loser who just used to post cryptocurrency things on his Instagram page. If you scroll down to the bottom of Luke Belmont's Instagram, it looks like one of those sort of fake, like, cryptocurrency traders who post graphs and how much money they've made today and like texts, picture of a text saying, "Oh, thank you for just making me 250K today." You know, all that crap. That's what his original Instagram looks like. If you scroll down to the bottom of his tag, that is what it looks like.
Faceless Insta.
This is the crap. Whereas actually, in the space of a couple of months, he went from that to this face millionaire, billionaire type bullshit.
That's insane, man.
So yeah, there you go. There's an actual bit of info.
I mean, but that's the scary thing with AI. Like I said, I feel like it's just gonna see so many more fake gurus come out.
It will breed them. Honestly, it's so easy nowadays to be that sort of person. Like it's much easier than it is starting a business.
Definitely. Easier. I mean, rather use AI for a tool to actually make you money and a proper business that will last you like a lifetime.
Exactly.
This fake guru stuff, like, they won't be around in 10 years. That's the thing. It's very short-lived, so you need to remember that as well.
Yeah, true. Fingers crossed.
But if you want to become a good role model, I've got some core habits that leaders share.
Let's go.
Okay, Ollie, you might need to change your habit here. Read daily. 80% of successful entrepreneurs spend at least 30 minutes reading, according to Entrepreneur UK 2025.
I read ChatGPT.
There we go, you're fine. They also learn publicly. So show your mistakes, lessons and pivots, not just your wins, which is something you will not see from a fake guru. They'll only show wins.
True.
Also, mentors. This is huge. They either tend, and usually do, start to have a mentor or a figure in their life when they're kind of coming through the ranks, someone they're inspired by, someone who kind of shows them the ropes a little bit. Or, on the flip side, they are mentoring younger people and giving founders tips and providing some sort of information for them to come through the ranks. Because ultimately, when you get to that stage, you want to give back. And there's nothing better than seeing someone that you've given some information to make something of that.
Well, it's like Simon Squibb and Richard Branson. He always said he was a massive role model. They ended up partnering and becoming like a obvious mentor. You saw how much like graciousness there was between them in terms of the way they partner now in many ways. And then Simon's trying to pass that on to the next generation.
Yeah.
So yeah, the credibility.
It's great to see. Like, it's fantastic. Next point would be they build a morning structure and stick to it. So whether it's journaling, fitness, reflection, it's the discipline ultimately that fuels that creativity. And like we always say, consistency trumps everything. Like, if you're consistent and show up day in, day out, something will come. You just got to believe it.
100%.
Also, focusing long term. They play chess, not checkers. People need to remember that. You need to have an eye on the future. If you want to grow and develop and expand, you need to be thinking, what's the next step?
Entirely.
So they're my 5 top tips.
I see. Well, before we get into the next segment, I have got... Also,
I was going to say, we've got some myths, don't we?
Yeah, well, a couple of misconceptions, myths and legends. I've got a couple by fake gurus, and I've got a couple by real entrepreneurs. I've actually got 6.
Okay, cool.
Right.
You start.
I'll start off with the fake guru ones. Lifestyle is a proof of success. That's crap. That is absolute crap. Showing your lifestyle is not a proof of being a successful person.
Very, very true.
By any means.
My one, you need a degree to be successful.
That is one of mine, actually.
40% of CEOs don't even have a degree, according to CBI. Their real skills, obviously, execution and networking.
Exactly.
Which is massive.
Another one, leave your job and give it everything. Don't leave your job and give it everything. That is stupid.
Yeah, like we've always said, make sure if you do that, have a buffer, have an emergency fund, something you can rely on. Yeah, like big time.
Yeah.
Like an emergency fund, you need, they say like 6 to 8 months of your salary, and then you can try go for it. Because then you know you got like 8 months to go for it pretty much.
Yeah, but at the same time, I mean, you've definitely got to do the groundwork before you start that 6 months. Because let's say how long it took us to start.
Oh yeah,
the podcast,
precisely. Yeah.
It took more than 6 months itself,
Yeah,
and we're still in the process of only just crossing over the threshold to monetization. So
my one is you need money to make money. This is not true.
Absolutely.
So many people have started from under £1,000 to make a business. Exactly. What you actually need is momentum, some ideas, and just a belief to go for it.
Yeah. My next one is if you work hard enough, you'll succeed. Interesting. I do not agree with this. If this was true, nurses would be billionaires. This is the point I'm trying to make. Working hard doesn't necessarily make you a millionaire. Working smart, that does.
Yeah.
If you optimize and you schedule and you plan and you predict in the right sort of places and you diversify, that's the whole point of working smart. That is what is going to make you successful.
Very true.
Not just working hard.
No, I mean, you could work hard in all the wrong avenues and end up doing nothing.
This is the thing.
Because you have no structure.
Yep.
My other one, success happens overnight.
Yeah.
This is never. I don't think. I mean, okay, fine. You see someone blow up on Instagram really, really quickly. Yeah. That's not success, though.
But even then, like, they'll die as quick as they develop. It's
5
like
minutes of fame.
Girl, do you know what I mean? Like, it's the 5 minutes of fame. You've got to be ready to, like,
100%.
keep that going if you're going to be successful.
Precisely.
Yeah.
90% of entrepreneurs take 5+ years to build something real. And the average overnight success is 10 years of work nobody has seen.
I completely agree. My last one, now this maybe is a bit more of a personal one, but I've heard it from a few entrepreneurs, like real entrepreneurs, and I feel like it's probably wrong in today's world. Don't buy a home. Now, it's been something that's sort of been published more recently. People are saying, oh, yeah, don't solidify yourself to a place. Give yourself freedom.
Yeah, I see that all the
Put your
time.
money into a business, not into a home. Because
he says that as well, doesn't he?
He's actually, recently, I'll give him credit, he has said on a couple of videos recently that he doesn't necessarily fully agree with that anymore.
Yeah.
He said it more in the past. He actually doesn't believe it as much anymore. Yeah. Because we currently live in a society where rental prices are extortionate. It's money that's just being given to somebody else's mortgage.
Precisely.
And the costs that come associated with renting almost equate to the same as they come with having a mortgage and the insurances and the bills that you have to pay for yourself.
And then I'd argue the safety and security you get from a house is so much greater than what you'd get from renting.
And also, we both rented before in the past, like rentals every year it comes around to that annual like tenancy update and you get billed another £100. Yeah. So if you've got a mortgage, at least you are in control of when your finances change, how they fluctuate, how they differ over time.
It's very
rather than being at the whim of somebody else. So I say that's currently a misconception. That could change in time, but I think as of right now,
I agree. And you got to think about things like business money isn't the be or end all. True. It's building a home, building a family. Yeah. Having that value around you is important, and I think you can only get that from a house. My last one, right?
One more.
This is interesting, and I semi-agree with it. The semi don't. Myth. Follow your passion.
Okay. Delve more into that.
The real thing, I believe, is you need to have a skill or strength that you know you're very good at.
That's a good point.
Potentially follow that, utilize that, and try leverage it towards your passion in the longer term. So, for example, if your passion is to save animals, you don't have a veterinary degree. You can't buy a farm and just start saving animals.
Yeah.
But you might have a really good skill. That skill you could translate into a business, which longer term could allow you to save animals.
You made a perfect point there, because I'm actually thinking about it from a self-reflection sort of point. If you were to ask me 3, 4, 5 years ago, what am I passionate about? I would say rugby. I would say flying. I would say stuff like that, right?
Question, though. Before that, what were you passionate about?
It changes.
Because
so different things.
You got good at your skill.
Exactly. That's so true. So my point is, when I'm thinking about it now, is one of the things I'm passionate about is starting a business and also showing people how to start a business so that people that I know who haven't been necessarily academically gifted and put into a great working position, they can also realise that their strength lies within a passionable idea rather than being sort of academically strong. And that has meant that we've started a podcast which has then grown to this. And it's something that I am so passionate about now. But if you were to ask me even 18 months ago, am I passionate about podcasts? I would have said no. Like, I like them, but I'm not passionate about them. So it's a really good point.
Interesting,
actually.
Isn't it?
There's many different ways you can sort of angle it.
It is. I think a passion is a starting point, and it could be an end goal potentially to work towards. But if you find a skill that you're really good at, try leverage that as much as you can.
I completely agree.
That'd be my opinion.
Let us know in the comment section if you've got any other misconceptions, any other thoughts of your own, or any other questions of the week that you want us to answer.
But we have got a juicy little segment coming up.
Let's go to Battle of the Hosts.
Let's do it.
And we are into Battle of the Hosts. What you're going to see pop up on the screen, probably right here, thanks to Tom, is our punishment for today. We have got what should we call it? The hot mince pie.
Steve-O's mince pie.
Steve-O's mince pie.
Obviously, first week of December, a little bit of a Christmas edition.
Theme. Yeah. We have got a mince pie that has a little bit of mince taken out of it and a lot of hot sauce.
Mate, when you're doing that, it's horrible. I don't even like mince pie, so it's like double.
It is pretty bad. By all means, let us know. Are you a mince pie fan? I am, but you're not.
No.
So.
Do you think it's a bit like Marmite?
Maybe. I think a few people don't like mince pies, so you might be right there. It is weird when you think about the concept.
Right.
What we are doing on Battle of the Host today is we are doing a straight up true or false. I've got gurus to say to Jamie. Jamie's got companies to say to me. So it's little facts or truths about these people themselves to show you the fakes of the gurus or the truths of the gurus.
Exactly.
So on and so forth. Do we go... I think we do it. One person answers all the questions and the other one does. That helps us keep track of it because we know what we're like when it comes to keeping tallies.
Definitely.
Right, do you want to go first? Or do you want me to go first? Should we rock, paper, scissors it?
Yep.
Count me in.
3, 2, whoop. You can pick, mate.
I'm gonna ask questions first. Let's see you set the bar. Are you ready?
No. Go on.
Kicking things off. Elon Musk has 17 children with 4 different women.
It's not 17, so I'm going to go... I'm pretty sure it's not 17, but I'm going to go false.
That's false. Do you want to have a guess how many he's got?
6?
He's got 14.
4? Whoa, he's in the teens. Oh, my God. That was close.
I thought you knew it was in the teens.
No.
I
thought it was like 6 or 8.
Oh, I should have
That's
just kept
my
that as
head.
the truth. You would have gone false.
Damn.
He's got 14 children with 4 different women. And that's confirmed children, they say. So he could have more.
He could have 17.
Might have 17. Right.
Fact check.
Next up, let me just put a little note here so that I know if you get it right or wrong. So you got that correct. Next up, Walt Disney created Mickey Mouse after Universal Studios stole the original main character of Disney, Oswald the Lucky Rabbit.
Okay. I don't even know, but I'm going to go true. That sounds long.
Yeah, it's true. I should have shortened it down.
Yeah, like that went over my head. I was like, that's true, mate.
So Walt Disney, the guy, he created, obviously, Disney.
Disney, yeah.
And Universal Studios were a partner with that when he was growing. And he basically said that he wanted to take it in a certain direction, and Universal Studios said no and stole the main character of Disney, which was Oswald the Lucky Rabbit, from Walt Disney. He said we own you, basically.
So that's how he made...
he said, all right, 2 fingers to you, and created Mickey Mouse and Disney was born in a different sort of way. Yeah, that's the truth. Yeah.
Wow.
Next up, Molly May was a pageant girl who won Miss Teen Herefordshire.
False.
That is true.
True? Really? Oh.
Molly May is from Herefordshire.
I thought she came
was
from
a pageantry
like
girl.
Nothing.
I mean, don't think she came from much
but
affluent
I thought there was like
Yeah.
She was like a random Joe picked up from the street for Love Island kind of vibe.
No.
Like, I didn't realise
she was
she
like a
had
model
like
and a
some
pageantry girl
credential.
beforehand. Yeah.
Wow.
My next one.
So I've got 2 right so far.
Two right. Andrew Tate has another younger brother called Christopher Tate.
Bro. Does he? I'm going to go false.
That is false. You are correct.
Whoa.
He does have a sister.
Yeah, I think...
Janae Tate? Or
I would have said false to that as well, actually.
So he's got his brother Tristan and he's got Jamie Tate.
Whoa.
You're doing well. Jeez, I don't feel like I've got much confidence in me now. Next up, Chris Williamson made it to the final of Love Island 2015, but did not win.
False.
It's false.
He got kicked out early.
I didn't know that you were on it back in 2015.
Yeah, bro.
I wasn't on it.
No, I wasn't on it. It was 2016.
Oh, yeah.
It was like Heartbury time. That's when everyone got on it. And that's when I think I saw previous people. It was like flashbacks and stuff.
I see. Next one. J.K. Rowling, the author of Harry Potter, just put the K in it to appeal to a larger audience.
Oh, I feel like she would
K's
do.
not actually part of her name.
Yeah, I feel like she would do something like that. So I'm going to go true.
It's true. Shit.
She's quite like out
You're on
there.
it today, mate. You're firing all
Come on.
Yeah, the truth is, J.K. Rowling, Joanne Rowling, her publisher advised her to make her name J.K. instead of Joanne because it would have appealed to more male readers.
Yep.
And so, she changed her name from Joanne Rowling, and K is apparently after her grandmother's name or something like that.
Interesting.
Her real name's not J.K. Rowling.
Wow.
Next up.
I'm surprised she hasn't gone like back on that now.
Yeah, it's interesting, isn't it?
Because she's quite outspoken.
She is quite outspoken.
Yeah.
Interesting. Next, another name one for you. Oprah Winfrey. Her real name is Orpah Winfrey, after the biblical character. But people got it wrong so often that it's stuck.
That's so rogue. I'm going to say true.
Yeah, it's true.
Because that kind of sounds true.
I was trying to go for some weird ones that you were going to be
That is rogue. That's true, eh?
Right, you've been on it. I've only got one left.
So I'm 6.
You've got 1, 2, 3, 4.
I think.
You've got 5 right, 2 wrong. And this is your last one.
Okay, cool.
Because it's 8 in total. Elizabeth Holmes was sentenced to 7 years in prison and $10 million in damages in restitution.
Well, I know she's still kicking it about, so I'm going to go false. I think she only got fined massively.
I mean, it's annoying me because you're getting it right, but you're getting your ideas of them wrong.
Wait, was that wrong?
She's still in prison.
Oh, she's in prison.
She's 11 years in prison and 452 million.
She was kicking it about, mate.
No, 11
Bro,
years in prison and 452 million in damages.
Oh, mad.
Like, this is the thing. You've got so many correct and you just said, like, the completely wrong truth.
Mash.
Mate, you've smashed it there. 6 out of 8 is crazy.
Oh, sugar plums.
I am stuffed. Right.
Okay, are you ready, my friend?
No. If I get 3 wrong, I might as well just munch it now. Right. Then.
Apple's first office was in a rented apartment in London.
False.
True? Well, I mean, no, you're right. Sorry.
I didn't say true.
Yeah, it was in Steve Jobs' garage in California.
I was going to say, I thought it was American, yeah.
Okay. Jeff Bezos
Yes.
originally wanted to name Amazon Cadabra.
True.
Well done, you're
Yes,
correct.
Yeah.
Short for abracadabra.
Abracadabra, because he was into magic and stuff. Yeah,
And also, he wanted it to begin with an A. No, that's wrong. Sorry. But in the end, he picked Amazon because he wanted it to begin with an A.
Oh,
and obviously, it symbolises scale as the world's biggest river.
Fair enough.
Well done, 2 from 2. Okay.
Come on.
Ready?
Yep.
Nike was named after the founder's dog.
False.
You're right.
Oh, come on.
It was named after the Greek goddess of victory.
Is that what
Yeah,
Nike is? Wow,
yeah.
I never knew that.
Me too.
Mental.
Number 4. Starbucks was named after a character in Moby Dick.
Wow. There is a character called Starbuck in Moby Dick. Oh, that's a good one. I'm going to say false.
It's
true.
It's true.
Oh, I knew there was a character called Starbuck
They
in it, but I
picked
just thought that
Starbucks, the
wasn't...
first mate on Moby Dick's ship, and paired it with a mermaid logo.
Wow.
Yeah.
That's crazy. Okay, fair enough.
So you 3 from 4.
1 wrong, yeah, that's what I'm keeping hold of.
Google's first data storage was made from Lego bricks.
Surely bloody not. I'm going to say false, but if this is true, that's crazy.
It's true.
What?
Larry Page and Sergey Brin built a 4 gigabyte hard drive casing it out of Lego at Stanford because it was cheap, modular, and let them swap drives easily. The
That
original
is brilliant.
still sits in Google HQ.
Credit to them. I'm happy to lose on that one.
So
but
we're
I got two
drawing.
wrong.
We're drawing.
Oh, come on.
You might. Oh yeah, you got 2 left now. Yeah.
Yeah.
You might know this. You might not. Richard Branson started his business venture by selling records from his car boot.
I don't know this, but I'm going to say true.
True?
Yeah.
You're right.
Yes.
At 17, he sold discounted
I
records.
knew he was always into music, yeah.
Which obviously started the student magazine, which is
Yeah.
what you read earlier. Oh, no, you got another one. You got 2 more now.
I've got 2 more now?
Yeah.
Fuck!
Sorry, 7 was combined with 6, so it confused me.
Okay.
Lamborghini was founded because the owner hated Ferrari seats.
Ferrari seats. I don't know if it was about the seats. I thought it was more about the clutch. But I knew it was because he hated Ferrari, so I'm going to say true.
Correct.
Yeah.
Tractor maker
Yeah.
Ferrari.
Enzo Ferrari.
Federico Lamborghini
Yeah.
complained to Enzo Ferrari, and he got insulted and built his own supercar.
He did.
So, last one, my friend.
get this-
Otherwise, we're half in it.
Otherwise, we're half in it.
Right. Spotify was invented by Apple engineers.
False.
You're right.
Come on!
Founded independently in Sweden by Daniel Ek and Martin Lorenzaton.
Interesting, because the only reason why I guessed that is because when I was looking at what's Elon Musk's group called, the people that did the
I know what you mean.
PayPal Mafia.
Yeah.
I remember seeing a couple of people from Spotify in there, and I thought, surely if they came up with it, like it wasn't by Apple.
Well done.
That's a cool.
Good knowledge. Good knowledge.
It's
It's all right. Do we half it or do we go neutral?
No,
We
someone's
half
got to
it.
eat it. Do we both eat
I
it?
think we half it.
All right, do you want to I'll grab a knife.
Yeah. All right.
I was going to say, as much as you people would love to see us Lady and the Tramp this mince
No
pie,
chance, mate.
we're not doing that
bro.
today. Oh, the top's come off, so this is going to be a bit of a challenge here.
Damn it, man.
I probably should have got something to lean it on as well. Let me grab a
Or
plate,
just eat
actually.
half now and then I'll just.
Are you sure?
Yeah.
All right.
Yeah, it might make a mess though. Oh my god.
Oh, man. Oh.
Okay. Oh fuck. No, that is fucking horrible.
This is so bad.
Oh my god, mate. Oh, it's still here.
Yeah. God, I'm covered in it. Oh, it's spicy. I don't have the capacity to...
Oh, mate. Right, we haven't just made an invention there, I'll tell you that.
No, spicy mince pies are not for the win. If that's your business idea, think of something else.
I truly think that's how they made peanut butter jelly. Now. Free punishment.
Right, we'll be back in a second once we clean ourselves up. And we are back, cleared up, slightly refreshed, not all the way there.
Whoa.
I think that has ruined mince pies for me for the rest of the year.
Yeah, that would be the only one I eat, mate.
But what an episode. Thank you so much, you lovely people, for joining us all the way to the end. We hope we've given you some good insight on the fake gurus and the role models of the world and how to identify them.
Make sure you keep an eye out. Like, don't fall for these little tricks and stuff like that. It's all fads. So just be careful out there.
The truth is, you're smart enough yourself. This is the thing. Like,
100%.
It's always good to have good role models, and it's always good to follow people and understand other people's journey that have come before you.
Yeah.
But everything that you need, I promise you, is just you and Google.
Definitely.
You'll be fine.
And also, like, books like these, like, they have brilliant reviews. They're bestsellers for a reason. Like, there's lots of knowledge in that you can learn from.
And there's also one really important point which Jamie mentioned at the start. There is no shortcuts when it comes to this game. Like, yes, you could become a viral sensation overnight, but it's not about following shortcuts that you think exist in life. Because they're not true. So try your best to find resilience in taking the hard road, because the hard road is going to get you there.
Precisely. I mean, if everyone did a shortcut, then everyone would be millionaires.
Exactly. This is the thing. I think there's been a report of like 250,000 people signing up to these courses, all these courses online over the last few years, and I haven't seen 250,000 new millionaires. No. I don't know if you have. So.
I've only seen like bad cases where people come out and be like, I spent 5k on a course and got nothing back.
And there's plenty of those stories out there. So if you need the proof from somewhere else, go and find it. There's plenty of information.
Definitely. But
go on.
No, you do it.
Okay. If you want to join for a little bit more, you can head over to Patreon, where we, for the Pride Gold sum of
£4 a month,
13p a day, you get yourself another half an hour on today's episode with some more segments. And on top of all of that, you get Sunday Special this weekend. Brand new exclusive one. But there will still be other videos featuring on the YouTube as we get through the rest of the week. So
make sure you check out our socials.
Yes.
Subscribe down below. Turn that notification bell on as well. Exactly. Also, if you like a bit of Spotify, we are on Spotify too.
We are.
For your audio listeners out there, if you want to chuck us on your car journey, feel free.
Sliders everywhere. So go and check us out. If not, we'll see you soon. Enjoy the rest of your weeks. Happy grinding. And toodle pip.
Cheerio.
And then...
Oh, I just fired.
Do you want to start with upcoming role models, actually?
Fuck.
It's bad.
Yeah, mate, mince pie. It's come straight out of me, bro.
Was that on the camera? Because that's definitely what Tom's using at the end. What was that? I don't know. Is that what I think it is?
Oi!
Oh, Merry Christmas, Suits and Sliders!
Suits and Sliders Christmas special.
Dropping on Christmas Day.
You know where to be on Thursday.
3 p.m.